Great win last week. How important is it for all of you to finish off the season nice and strongly?
Yeah, listen, the performance of the guys over the last couple of games has been really strong. But as coaches and players, you move on relatively quickly. As much as it's great to get those victories, we've got another significant challenge against the Dogs this week, and they're in the top 2 or 3 on the ladder for a reason. They've been a really, really powerful outfit, but we've got a pretty young group in this particular game, so we're going to really try and take it up to the Bulldogs and see how we go. We get a chance, fortunately, to get down to Tassie to play our game this week, and give them something to cheer about, given that hardly any footy, if at all, went to Tasmania last year, and this year they've been able to get a little bit more footy, which is really good. But looking forward to the game against the Dogs.
It's just on Tassie. Obviously, the AFL is going to release the Colin Carter report in about half an hour. You'd be as well qualified as anyone to talk about Tassie's place in the AFL. Have you got any thoughts on whether they should get a team in the AFL?
Well, what our club has always been really, really strong as, and it aligns with my personal view, is that Tasmania is one of the heartlands of footy in this country, and it has produced some magnificent players over a long, long period of time, and in a fully national competition, if it's going to be national, then that needs to reflect every geographical region in the country, which includes Northern Territory, I might add it too. So somewhere down the track, I'd love to think that all areas geographically of our country are represented in the AFL competition. Now, how soon that happens and when and if it ever does happen is not for me or anyone at our club to control. That's obviously the powers that be at the Commission. But I know that they're exploring the Tasmanian option right at the present time. We've been in support as a club. Philosophically, we believe that any football in Tasmania of the AFL brand is a really good thing. But it's just what that looks like, and that's what the AFL are working out now. Is it a standalone team in their own right? Is it a team that relocates down there, or is it just a team that just plays a lot of footy down there? So it gives, and they're the challenges the AFL need to address. But what we do know is that we've been part of taking footy to Tasmania for the best part of 20 years now at our footy club. We want that to continue, and in the meantime, whilst they make their decisions, that Hawthorn want to continue to play their games down there and give the exposure of the AFL brand to the Tasmanian people.
On that still, Clarko, you've had a long association personally with footy in Tassie, and this is going to be your last time touching Hawks down here. How are you feeling on the end of the game?
Yeah, listen, it's been a home away from home for our club for a long period of time, and obviously, 4 or 5 times a year for the 17 years I've been involved with the club, we've been travelling to Tassie, and that's not including community camps and a whole heap of other things that we've done down there along the journey too. So listen, it's about this is the thing about everyone's journey. Nothing lasts forever. My time at this footy club's coming to an end, and there'll be parts of you that's saddened by the closing of one chapter, but an excitement about what the next chapter might bring. So listen, it's we've got a job to do. There's not a hell of a lot of sentiment that's portrayed by coaches, to be fair, when it comes to just getting the job done and going down there and trying to come back with a victory over the Dogs. But looking more than likely it'll be my last game down in Tasmania.
And do you have any particular fond moments of games down this place?
Oh, listen, it's been a real fortress down there for us, and probably the proudest thing is not so much one moment, but just the fact that we were just so difficult to beat down there over a long, long period of time, and we're hoping that will be the case for the Dogs again tomorrow when they come down there. They find it tough to come up against us, but we know we're going to have our work cut out. But there's been some magnificent moments down there, and probably the one that I can think of the most was Crawf in 2008 playing his 300th game. There was he'd been such a decorated player for our club. We played Brisbane in his 300th game down at Launceston, but the final 5 or 6 games actually getting into the 300 was really, really tough, because we didn't think he was going to get there because his knees were nearly shot, and then once he got there, he got a new lease of life, and he played another 5 that culminated in the 2008 flag. So that was a pretty special moment for our footy club, that he was able to finish his career with a premiership medal and carrying the cup around the MCG.
We'll take the last couple of questions.
Michael, I just wondered, obviously the Bombers went into last week's game against the Dogs as underdogs, had a great win. So I guess anything's possible at this point of the season. I imagine your guys take a bit of heart from that as well.
Yeah, listen, they were terrific last week, Essendon, and they've been playing some really good footy, especially in the second half of the year. And if they do jump themselves into the 8, then they'll have deserved that opportunity to play finals footy this year. And they've shown us a path on how you can beat the Dogs, but only 4 or 5 sides have been able to do that for the year. So we're not pretending that it's going to make it any easier for us, but it does show us that it is possible. So as I said earlier, we've got a pretty young group there. Midfield's very, very powerful, and we need to, at the very best, or the very least, match them in that area, but be at our very best just to match them in that area. And if we can, then we give ourselves a chance of knocking them off. But we know that the challenge is significant, and we're going to need to play some of our best footy.
And we'll take one final question.
Would you mind up about whether you want to coach on next year at another club, or you just take a year off? Come to that conclusion yet?
Well, I think I've said all along, Rob, that it's looking very likely that I'm going to just take a breath and explore what the second half of my life looks like. And as I've said all along, that might be in or out of footy. I'm yet to determine that, but I want to use the fullness of time, if I get the opportunity to just sit back and consider my wife and family and some close friends what my next chapter might look like. But that's going to take some time, I think, and the best thing to do is just probably to step away from the game for a period of time to do that, and that may mean it's a step away from the game altogether. All the options are available that I want to explore in terms of what the next phase of my life looks like.
Can I follow up to that, Alastair? Have you or your management group, had any offers at this stage? Or that's something you're leaving to your managers?
I think that's best left alone. For 15 years, there's all these sorts of discussions, and I think it's just best left to me sitting back, taking a breath, and working out what I want to do next.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting